What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? I just want to say, don't let lust rule over you, because I know a lot of people battle with lust, sexual desires, sexual fantasies, a lot of sexual urges, and all these different things. And a lot of the time, either they will completely give in and submit to these urges and pretty much don't even try to fight them anymore and just pretty much just do whatever they feel. They'll allow these sexual urges, fantasies, and desires to completely rule over them and say it's natural. There's some people that actually try to resist it, resist these sexual urges, fantasies, and dreams, because we're sexual beings, of course. But we also have to learn self-control. A lot of people really don't go along with the idea that you have to wait till marriage to have sex. A lot of people don't like to go along with that idea. Wait till you're committed to somebody you truly love in order to have sex. A lot of people choose to just sleep around early. Back when I was in school, a lot of people used to use being virgin as an insult. You know, if you didn't have a body count or if you didn't sleep around with multiple people, apparently you weren't cool. That should be the other way around, you know, because sleeping around with a whole bunch of people just showed that you're reckless with yourself. You don't have any self-control. You don't have any discipline. Sleeping around with a whole bunch of people is not cool. This shows how uncommitted you are. A lot of people that sleep around and just give into the desires, and a lot of these people that receive both praise and encouragement from others about it, they're really throwing you into fire. This world is so ruled by lust. It's crazy. Like, even in music, there is sex. You know, they're adding sex to everything now. They're literally implying sex to everything. Food, music, dances, anything in the media, anything in our culture, sex is applied now. Like, there's so many weird desires too. You know, some people are into feet and other different things. This is all just lust. None of it has really any basis of love. People are just into these things because they failed to look within them and find what is causing them to have these different desires. They have just let their desires control their heart. And I used to be a certain way. I used to let my desires control my heart because a lot of time I was brought around people who follow only their heart. And a lot of people say following your heart is a good thing. In most cases, is it really? If I get with some girl for one day and I say I love her, do I really love her? Do I trust her in my life? Am I committed to this person? Am I dedicated to this person? Am I planning to evolve with this person and grow our bond stronger and stronger after just one day of meeting this person? Do I know that this person is the one? My heart would be saying yeah, because your heart doesn't know how to be logical. Something you feel in a moment, somebody can make you think in a moment. When you just like talking to them, when they say some nice things that really gets your emotions just feeling good. Some people just follow their heart and say, I think this is the one. A lot of people do that in a relationship. They follow their heart. And what do they end up? Heartbroken. It's not love that was broken, it was your heart, which means it was your emotions. It was what you was feeling. We feel a lot of infatuation. A lot of time we don't really feel genuine love. We just get infatuated with the idea of having someone, with the idea of this person being the one, this person being your ideal person. We get infatuated with that idea without really knowing a lot about that person really. And some people can stay together for years. Does that mean you finally love the person? I say times means nothing, is what you do in that time that counts. And a lot of time, people are very crafty nowadays when it comes to lying, deceiving, and manipulating. If they know how you feel about them, if they know you've already submitted yourself to them, they know that they can play with your heart. They can play with your mind. They can tell you something. So a lot of the times, some people stay years together and still things end up not working out. That's because they're literally under the impression that this person is the one, and this person has their mind locked. This person has them under that spell of, you know, I would never do anything like that to you. I figured when you know things are going too well in a relationship, as in you never argue, you never have any differences, nothing ever happens, I feel like something is wrong. Even when living with family and you love family, you guys do have your differences and discussions, and you have your fights, you have your understandings, you have your reconciliation, you have all of that even in family. With family, you have that with friends. So what would make a partner or a marriage any different than those two. If you don't have any fights in your relationship, no arguments, no differences, you know, then are you really growing? Because you guys are not really challenging each other, and there's a challenge in everything you do, because life is even challenging. So you can't say life is challenging, but yet your partner is not challenging to be with. I believe you guys are going to be faced, if you're in a real relationship, you guys are going to be faced with a lot of challenges and obstacles that you guys are going to have to learn to come to an understanding, cooperate, and really stick together, because life is going to have its storms, and it's going to test. It's going to test your faithfulness. It's going to test how much your life means to you. A lot of people are led by an idea that they interpreted in their head of what love is, but not actual love. Some people's ideal love looks a certain way than other people's ideal version of love. People have their own idea of love that they are led by, and sometimes when that idea fails them, they feel like love is failing them, but it's really their own mind. It's their mentality that's failing them. It's not love itself. Love itself, real love, does not fail. Even in the scripture, it says love never fails. Or who you were expecting love from. If that fails, then that wasn't love. You weren't going to receive love from that very person. The idea of who you thought would give love to you, that person couldn't do that. I believe love is not found. Love is already here. It just takes us a while to realize what love is. Our problem is realizing love. We believe love is found. For a long period of time, I even thought that I have to look, I have to seek, I have to find love. No, love is already here. Love is already within us. We refuse to believe that it is. Because when we're alone to ourselves, we may feel sad. We may not feel loved. Because we believe we need that other person's love. Yeah, other people can help bring that love out of you. I would say that. Other people can contribute, you know, showing you love and affection, and then they'll make you feel good about who you are. But that love is inside of you. It's just that that love is buried underneath so many other emotions. So many other emotions like dreadfulness, guilt, sadness, lust, everything else. Love is buried. It's almost like love is the sun, and then these clouds come in front of the sun, and you can still see the radiance around the perimeter of the cloud, but you cannot see that center because everything else is blocking that sunlight. So sometimes you are blocking your own light that you can't see. Some people can see it within you. Some people can notice you radiate a type of energy, a good energy, but then you can't see that energy yourself, because you're the one blocking it. I would say if you really want to battle lust or whatever you're feeling, anything that triggers it, whether that's sexual music, you know, sex in movies, sexual dances, erotic dances on TikTok, stuff in feeds, food, all that, anything that makes you think filthy, anything that causes you to think filthy, that causes you to think a certain way, that brings different emotions out of you, that you know that are not healthy for you, that you know it will lead you back into what you don't want to be anymore, leave it. Because that's a part of myself before I was following Christ, before all of this. If I went all the way back, I would want to die, to be honest. I wouldn't be able to live in my flesh because I don't want to live in that flesh no more. I don't want to live in the mentality no more that these people that were manipulating me, that took advantage of me, are the people that love me. I don't want to be trapped in my past mentality, in my past ways, where I would figure this stuff is not a real problem, because it is. So if you really want love, the first thing you need to do is get rid of all the lust in your heart. And I'm not talking about just lust for sex, but lust for anything. Lusting for external things. Get rid of all lust. I feel like a lot of people became comfortable with being led by their flesh than their spirit. And because they became comfortable in their flesh, and a lot of people are too stubborn, or a lot of people are afraid, or a lot of people are just in denial to really come out of their flesh because they know it's gonna cause them to be uncomfortable. looking within them, whatever darkness they're holding inside, whatever they're trying to fight inside, they know is going to involve a certain level of energy and uncomfortability. And it's going to involve heartbreak. To visit those wounds, to dive deep within yourself is going to cause a lot of turmoil emotionally. But at the end of the day, it will ultimately heal you, and you will ultimately understand that the way you were living is backwards. And it may take time. The more humble you are, the faster you will heal. I'll tell you that, because a lot of the times it's pride that gets in the way. A person doesn't want to admit to being wrong because it's hard. But I'm telling you now, that's the way to pretty much become a better person. I just wanted to give that little message off today. I hope you guys are having a nice day. I love you all. God bless you all. Bye.
This makes me sad.